Me, Mother Money, I'm back in action. Alright, y'all. Let's get ready to stream this simulation Monday night, or one of the Monday night games. I'll do the other one later. I'm doing Titans vs. Dolphins. This kind of seems like one of the more boring games that's gonna happen on Monday night, but hey, still interested in see what's gonna happen. Alright, let's get to the simulation and let's make it happen.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins on Monday night.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. On the return, here's Tajay Spears. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Titans coming out with their quarterback, Will Levis. Good performance last year. Taken early in that second round in the 2023 draft. Greg, this quarterback out of Kentucky could be the future for Tennessee.
From a pure talent standpoint, this guy has everything you want in a franchise quarterback, Mike. I mean, the powerful arm paired with a quick release, and he's as tough as they come. But in order for him to take that next step, he needs to put it all together on a more consistent basis. I'm looking forward to seeing how he performs here in this one, because after hearing him talk throughout the week, I think he has his sights set pretty high.
That's to the former Jaguar and Falcon, Calvin Ridley. And he will score! Calvin Ridley! Touchdown Titans! And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. And leading them out at quarterback out of Kansas State, it's Skylar Thompson.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive They feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Harold Landry, there on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Thompson. They'll set up the receiver screen with Waddle. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. To throw is Thompson. Into the hands of Berrios.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down. If he doesn't pick up the extra yards after the catch, they've got a 4th down play call they feel great about, and we're going to see what it looks like.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Titans offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had that lightning bolt to open the game. The long touchdown. They'll try to build on the lead now. This drive begins 1st and 10. They go play action with Levis. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. And he gets this up close to the first down. Mark him at the 32.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
His pass, caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Nice grab there by Ridley, and this is a unit that this Tennessee Titans offense has continued to search and build ever since the departure of A.J. Brown a few years back. And now with the signing of Calvin Ridley, a guy who has been a playmaker everywhere he's been, they're starting to put together a really nice receiving core down in Tennessee.
Here's 1st and 10. Levis to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 2nd down, Levis. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
The Dolphins offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. In motion, it's Waddle. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
Hill brought in motion. Quick throw, taken in. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
To the left side, in the hands of Hill. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Thompson to throw. That is brought in at the 10. He is in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On play action, here's Levis. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Out to return for the Dolphins, it's Braxton Berrios. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. In motion, it's Waddle. Now, faking the give. Yeah! And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Hill brought in motion. They'll run. It's Mostert. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's Out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A handoff running left. It is Mostert. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Throwing, Thompson. He gets that complete to Berrios. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. In motion, it's Waddle. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He slams it in there, and he is in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Dolphins. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Spears now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Levis. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The 3-4 defense, Mike, is predicated on the big man over the center, the nose tackle. He's big, he's strong, he takes up the entire middle of the defense, and that's exactly what we just saw on that play. He makes the stop for no gain.
From the gun on third down, here's Levis. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Dolphins heading back onto the field. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here comes Jackson on the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll come up here, first and 10. Off the play fake, it's Levis. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Opening carry of the game for Tyjae Spears. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on first down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up third and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
From the gun, it's Levis. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. The Dolphins offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. On play action, he'll set up to... Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Thompson. And he finds Tyreek. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now, Thompson. Well, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. So 3rd and long, trying to pick up a first down and keep a drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg, and the defense scores with a pick 6.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless, and I think you find yourself in 3rd and long, you're trying to make a play, but sometimes you just press a little too far, and this time it leads to the turnover and the pick 6.
Now, folks, on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Titans will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Berrios on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start, and you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Thompson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Hill brought in motion. They'll try to run it here with Mostert. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Slot receiver headed right. They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Thompson. Into the hands of Berrios. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Nothing scarier for a quarterback, Mike, than to seeing that ball popped up in the air. It feels like that ball is in the air for an eternity, and all you hope is that it just harmlessly falls to the ground, and fortunately for the offense, that's exactly what it did.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense headed back to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They go play action with Levis. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Pollard with a nice 1st down run, and the Memphis native returns to Tennessee after an impressive 5-year stint with the Cowboys. He's coming off 2 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and he should be a huge part of the solution and part of filling the hole left by Derrick Henry.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down. To throw is Levis. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Levis. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Levis to throw. Complete. Ridley on the reception. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll take it on in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Folk now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Raheem Mostert heading onto the field. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Thompson now to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Mostert. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And this one is hauled in. What a grab. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Dolphins will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Spears now to return it. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the Titan offense getting ready to get back to work. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. Second down and 8. Here's Levis. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. The motion man is Boyd. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Levis. He's going to get it to Okonkwo.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Levis to throw. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's Levis to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. That one taken in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown Titans. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Folk's extra point is good. And the Titans go up by 7, 28-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Throwing Thompson. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Thompson to throw. He'll get this out quickly to Hill. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run straight ahead with Mostert. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Hill brought in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. In motion, it's Waddle. Now, faking the give. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he's into the end zone. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins have come back to level things. It's 28 all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Will Levis ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On second down, here's Pollard. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake, it's Levis. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. A gain there of 24 yards. First down for Tennessee.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
On first and 10, here's Levis. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, and now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
From the gun, it's Levis. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans are going to move out in front.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. First and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Quick throw, taken in. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Third and long. Thompson. He gets that complete to Berrios. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. That goes for 58. Two minutes to play in the first half of a three-point game. We'll come back to Miami after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Into the hands of Berrios. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins have taken a 4-point advantage. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Levis. Open man is Hopkins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. On 2nd down, Levis. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Levis. He's got his man. That's Boyd. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans cut the deficit down to 1.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we hit halftime here in South Florida, and the Dolphins are in the lead as we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Thompson. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Here's Thompson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing, Thompson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
On third down, they go with Mostert. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard going to take over once again. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Levis to throw on first and 10. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A second down throw here for Levis. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
From the gun on third down, here's Levis. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. 18 yards on the connection. That's good for a Titan first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On first down, Levis. He'll again get it to Ridley. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Levis. Open man downfield. It's Boyd. And he will get into the end zone. Tyler Boyd. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Levis will bring the Titans to the line, looking for 2. Now they'll set up to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, he'll try to keep it going. No run right here with Mostert. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Thompson now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Titans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Levis. He'll tuck it and take off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. A gain of 16 yards. First down for Tennessee.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big game.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. A throw right side, taken in by Boyd.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Hopkins sent in motion. Levis to throw. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Titans will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. A run up the middle with Mostert. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Two runs going in the wrong direction, and now It is 3rd and 15. Thompson. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Levis to throw it here on 1st down. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Levis. There's that man again. Another catch. Third and long. Here's Levis to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Dolphins offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Thompson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Levis. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. On 1st and 10, here's Levis. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Hopkins sent in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Hopkins sent in motion. On 2nd down, Levis. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. It's the most valuable real estate in football. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
Nice pickup here to the back, and what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback.
And he's in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Titans. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Now, folks, on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. In motion, it's Waddle. Now the 2nd-year man, Devon Achane. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. Second and 11. Once again, it's Achan. Achan, a first down, and then some. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
To throw is Thompson. That's taken in by Achan.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achan. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And yes, that'll get it. First down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going.
These are the situations why, Mike, that some teams continue to keep a fullback on the roster. You get into these 3rd and short situations, just hand it to the big guy, put your head down, pick up the first down.
Now, Thompson. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
That is brought in at the 10. And he will score. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Sanders here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins are able to cut the deficit to 10. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Levis to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. on first down. Levis. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. Throwing is Levis. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Hopkins sent in motion. A 2nd down throw here for Levis. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. He'll check this down to the running back. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin, most passing yards ever in a game. Van Brocklin at 554 over 70 years ago, 1951. Help from the O-line, help from the receivers, an incredible performance, an NFL record set here. Here's Spears. And no signal, waiting. They say he did not break the plane. He's down inside the 1. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Levis. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
A conversion here could finish this one off. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run. Here's Pollard. Powering forward. He's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Folk now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Thompson now to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Thompson. Into the hands of Berrios. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Thompson. Now a screen set up for Achane. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Throwing, Thompson. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. He fields it at the 8. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Titans offense ready to take over once more. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
Off the play fake, it's Levis. Open man downfield, it is Hopkins. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead, and they for sure are not letting their foot off the gas. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Levis to throw it here on first down. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They give to Pollard on the option. He is in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Titans. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Thompson to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That's over the middle, caught by Tyree. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Back to the air once more on second down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Achan, heading right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss to Mostert. He's to the 10. The speed on display. He's in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Dolphins. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Spears now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Calais Campbell, the longtime veteran, in there to bring him down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Titan first down.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the fourth quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
First and 10, and they give it to Pollard. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now Levis. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On second down, Levis. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down for Tennessee.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
The motion man is Boyd. They run on the jet sweep, and he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Hopkins sent in motion. From the gun on third down, here's Levis. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. And Callahan will send out the field goal unit here. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Folks' kick is good. And the Titans will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Dolphins heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now, Thompson. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Hill brought in motion. Now, faking the give. Looking for Berrios downfield. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down. To throw is Thompson. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. 70 seconds left to go in this game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Thompson now to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal now. Tackle made at the 9.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, And it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Thompson. That's taken in by Achane. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Here's Thompson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from South Florida.
Man, this was a crazy-ass game. It was a little bit out of hand, you ask me, but hey. Yeah. Kind of interesting. Can't see what happens on my actual Monday night with this game. But I appreciate those for that came by. Watch my video. If you guys don't follow me, I'd appreciate it. I appreciate all your support. I can create more content for y'all. Keep coming back. And I appreciate all the support I get from y'all. Like I said, if you don't follow me, I appreciate it on my Twitch and my YouTube. I appreciate it. And until next time, my fellow gamers.